What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to O'Leary's Garden, where life is a garden. I'm going to start this off by telling you that there's not even going to be an intro in this video. I'm not doing the theme song or anything like that, because the only people who are going to watch this are going to be the people that want to hear about this anyway. Also, I'm going to be smoking a cigarette. I just want to talk to you about all of the music that is suddenly on the channel. So I sat up all night of Sunday night, reformatting a lot of old MP3s of my recordings that I had come across. I don't remember how I ended up doing it, but once I started doing it, I wanted to do as much as possible. So the reason I put all that music on this channel, and I'm sorry to any subscribers who are focused on the other stuff, now you have to scroll through 60 plus videos to get back to my actual O'Leary's Garden videos. I'll make more of these, and probably the right thing to do would have been to do it a little bit at a time, but I got going with it Sunday night and I couldn't stop. And I wanted to make this video last night, but I worked 12 hours yesterday and I worked 10 today, and it's just going to get worse through the rest of the week. And I couldn't do it last night. So I put all these music videos on there for a couple of reasons. One is that by doing this channel, I'm marketing myself, and I spent a lot of years of my life working on that music, and it's a part of me, and I figured, I'm trying to be successful with this channel, and I might as well play every card I got. The other reason is I started to come across some of my older stuff. I discovered some recordings that I forgot, some songs I forgot I even wrote. I've written, this is not a braggery thing. I'm very humble about my music. Matter of fact, I'm not crazy about a lot of it. If there was a genre for my music, it would be douche. I mean, it's straight up douche music, a majority of it. And I'm okay with that. It is what it is. The reason I wrote a lot of those songs when I was very, very depressed, and I spent all my time writing songs. I grew up military, and people love calling us brats, and that's fine, whatever, but things are rough all over, outsiders, and the problems with growing up as a military kid is just the lack of roots. You never set roots. You're transplant like every 2 years. And not only did I grow up military, but I grew up in the military with split up parents. So I would move with my dad here in Delaware, wherever he was living at the time, because he kind of hopped around all over the state. And then I would go to Japan, and then I would come to Milton, and then I would go to Florida, and then we would be in Seaford, and then we'd be back in Japan, Midland or mainland, not in Okinawa, and then I would come back to Delaware, and we'd be in, where else do we live? Georgetown. So the problem with that as a kid is when you make friends, you always are saying goodbye to them. And it really kind of fucks up your whole understanding of relationships with people. And it does. And it really does, because people become disposable to you, because it doesn't matter. You're only going to know this person for 2 years anyway, so why the fuck do you care what they think? Why do you care? Why do you care about that person? Because they don't matter. It sounds like shit, and it is. It's shitty, but that's the way it is. And a lot of us military kids are actually jealous of you stateside people who grew up in one town and are still friends with people that you went to kindergarten with. We don't even know what that is like. We have no fucking idea what it's like to know somebody for more than 2 years and see their face every day for more than 2 years. Unless it's your parents, we have no fucking clue what that's like. And you don't know how good you got it if you have those roots. That's really important. Think about a plant. Because we call people transplants. Think about a plant. Think about what that does to a root system if you're ripping it up. If it's a perennial plant and you're ripping it out of the ground every fucking year or 2 years. In my case, it was damn near every year, because my parents were split up. So I would live with this one this year, that one next year. And for a long time, that was my choice, because I wanted to make everybody happy. Sorry, this is a little like therapy session. I'm smoking a fucking cigarette. I wanted to make them both happy. Everybody. My grandparents, my parents, my aunts and uncles. So, we'd be on the phone or whatever. I'm like, I'm coming to live with you, because they'd be so happy when I said it to them. And then whoever I was living with heard me. I'm like, oh, no, I can't. But it's a secret. I can't tell them. I remember all of that. But eventually, the transplant shit, I'm not going to blame it on that. It's whatever. I made my choices. I turned into a fucking little shit. I hope my kids are nothing like me when I was at that age, because I don't blame my parents. So for a long time, it was my choice. Eventually, my parents were like, you take him. I can't deal with this motherfucker. And I wouldn't know how to either. I was a fucking nut job. I'm still a nut job, but I was way worse back then. So anyway, that affected me for a long time. I probably still have some tendencies caused by that shit. But eventually, I kind of just ran away. And I kind of just, like a tree in fall, like I became 100% introverted. I went to work, and I came home, and I drank, and I sat by myself, and I drank, and I wrote songs, and I drank. Writing those songs was the only thing that I had. And I went back, and I forgot about a lot of them. And I listened to some of them that I forgot that I wrote, or the recordings got lost as far as I knew, because back then I was using SoundCloud, and I was making like $8 an hour, so I couldn't afford shit. And I filled up this. I was writing every day, all night. I would get off of work, I'd buy a 30-pack of beer, I would sit down and write songs till the fucking 30-pack was gone, and I would wake up and go to work and then do it over again. I wrote a lot of songs in a short period of time. It was like 3 or 4 years, but it was a lot of songs. I filled up SoundCloud fast, and so I had to do the pro thing to get the unlimited upload time, and then I didn't have no more money, so it lapsed, and a lot of my recordings got deleted and taken off SoundCloud, so I couldn't listen to them or hear them or hardly even see them unless you had a computer. But I was doing most of it off my smartphone. So Sunday night, I bought this laptop for YouTube. This one. I still use my phone. I make all these videos off my phone because it's easier than a laptop. I bought a camera. I bought a camcorder for the YouTube videos. I don't like that either. So I found all these recordings, and I kind of, all these feelings come back. The way I was feeling when I wrote all those songs, how depressed and lonely I was. And I saw how much in my life had changed and how much I had changed. And I thought somebody else could probably use those songs. Now, I'm going to tell you now, at least half of them are so mushy they're going to make you want to throw up all by themselves. But they're still mine. I wrote them. That's my past. I'm not going to hide from it. I still made all those things. I made all of them. And as mushy and douchey as they could be, or are, they're still mine. I made them, and nobody could write them the same as me. That's the thing about art and that kind of shit. It's like nobody else could do it the way you do. If you write a song, nobody else would have written it exactly the same. It's your doing. It is a reflection of you, which tells me I'm probably a douche, but I'm fine with that too. I don't give a shit. That is what it is. We're coming up on 13 minutes with this video, so I'm gonna stop this one and maybe I'll do another one. I probably will. I'm probably gonna go through some of these songs and tell you the stories behind them, and then put the song at the end of that video. Yeah, that's what I got for you right this second. And I don't want to have to edit this video like crazy because I'm sit here stare off in the space for 2.5 minutes, because I do that all the time when I'm making these videos. So if you enjoy the work we're doing here, if you like seeing my pretty face, please help support us by doing your Amazon shopping at o'learylink.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.